Welcome back to Happy Hour, everyone. Buddhism teaches the Four Noble Truths. 1, all beings suffer. 2, desire for possessions and for power cause suffering. Desire can be overcome, and the path that leads away from desire is the middle way. That's basically a path between living large, like Diddy, or is it P. Diddy? Or small, like most everyone else. Well, our next guest made it big in advertising, wrote a book about it, which he'd like you to buy, and is planning to use those profits so he can go on a 3-year Buddhist retreat. But for a good reason. I want to welcome to Happy Hour James Conner. He's the founder of the James Group, which he sold earlier this year after founding it 14 years ago. Okay, James. You got a lot of things going on here. So you're very successful. You wrote a book, sold your marketing company, but now you're chucking it all and going away on a Buddhist retreat for 3 years.
That sounds a little extreme. So you have to back up to when I first started the business 14 years ago. I was a regular entrepreneur. My first 3 years, I struggled. And I was looking for a business edge. And what happened was I realized that if you can concentrate, if you can focus, you can solve any problem. And so I sought out people that had great concentration and focus. And it turned out that I found Buddhist masters who I felt had the best concentration and focus. And what they taught me was problem-solving meditation, analytical meditation. They call it a Qigong in Tibetan. And using that, I was able to look at my business, look at marketing processes, and say, hey, this is the most efficient way in order to build a brand, in order to drive sales, and then test it with my ad agency, document it, and over the last 12 years, the James Group has created a lot of category-leading brands. As I advanced, I felt more comfortable that maybe you could do even more with meditation.
All right, well, I got to ask. I mean, it seems to me that there's a little bit of irony in this big shot, rich guy in Manhattan coming to the Bull and Bear Waldorf Astoria where the beers cost you $10 and preaching the ideas of Buddhism and that I shouldn't desire.
Well, what's very funny is I think that's kind of an extreme view. Buddhism is very wide and very deep. And if you actually look at Mahayana Buddhism, the Buddhism of the Greater Way, taught by the Dalai Lama, the first perfection is the perfection of giving. Well, why was the perfection of giving taught? The Buddha looked out and said, hey, people want more stuff. Let me teach them how to get more stuff. And so the purpose of Buddhism is to eliminate suffering. No question on that.
So, my question here then is, it's along the lines of Cody's. So let me get this straight. You're going to go there, and these Buddhist, I assume Buddhist monks are going to teach you, right? Well, are they thrilled with a true capitalist in their class, and what are they going to teach you?
Yeah, now this is wonderful again. There's a tremendous book called The Diamond Cutter. And what it was the first American who completed 20 years of study in a Tibetan Buddhist monastery. And as his graduating exam, they said, get a job in Manhattan, in business, and don't tell anybody you're a Buddhist monk. And use these principles, and let's find out what you know. Well, with two
and
other...
here we are now in a Great Depression because of all that guy.
Well, what happened with him was with 2 partners, he built the Andon Corporation, which became a $100 million corporation. It was sold recently to Warren Buffett. And then he said, surprise, I'm a Buddhist monk. Let me go teach people how to make more money.
That's why people are a little confused about this. So why not do it before you make all the money? So you live all these years, the good life, here in Manhattan, and have this great business, very successful. Why not just be a Buddhist from day one and live a meager lifestyle as they're supposed to?
Well, if you can concentrate, you can do anything. So by undertaking a 3-year retreat, I hope to dramatically increase the capacity of my mind to be better at solving greater problems that affect us all.
Come back and make more money?
No, I don't think I'm going to come back and make more money. That's not my intent.
James, who'd you sell your company to?
I sold the company to Paul Blakely, who's been our creative director for 5 years, and also...
Not a roll-up then, not a publicly traded roll-up of one of these conglomerates that I'm funding with my Illuminati tax dollars.
No, it was the best way to keep the employees and to keep clients happy.
Are you bringing your family?
I have a fiance, Dr. Lisette Garcia, who's also a tremendous meditator.
with?
She's going into retreat as well.
Rock on, man. Now that's a dream kind of relationship. I'm in for something like that, ladies out there. James Conner, thanks for your
Gotta get
time.
that first part
You
first.
have to be quiet for 3 years.
I can do that.
That energy?